Guys, this is Chad Rigler with HWPCoreTV, and I'm actually here with Brad Putt in Dayton, Tennessee.
Howdy, howdy.
We're sitting in the midst of I would say it's a cornerstone of the music community here, of main stage music. Brad, why don't you tell us a little bit about how you got started here?
Well, I was in music retail since 1994 when I started working straight out of high school in a bigger music store in Chattanooga that's no longer there. And I worked there for the better part of a decade. It was owned by a person that I just grew as far as I could grow with. And then I decided I needed to do my own thing. It's America. If you can do it better, you need to. So I came out here to Dayton, Tennessee, because I do have some roots out in this particular area. And found a little storefront and effectively started a music store. The idea was, hey, if we can sell some strings and picks and things like that to supplement, pay the rent, it can basically be a storage dump for stuff that we, at the time, we used to sell on eBay. We don't sell on eBay anymore, but we could sell online. So that was 2003 that we opened. I was 25, and then we just found really quickly that the desire for good music retail existed even out here in Dayton. But you know, Dayton, Tennessee, it's only a town of about 6,000 people, metro. The entire county only has about 28,000 people. And but there's a very high percentage of very good and even famous musicians. Our county executive in Ray County here was on the Grand Ole Opry several times.
Is that the guy who's playing the harp?
Yeah, that's George Thacker, yeah.
By the way, make sure you get on their Facebook page and like it and follow them.
Follow us on Facebook. And but this is also the home of Curly Fox, who's one of the original founding members of the Grand Ole Opry. We have Pig Robbins, who was a very famous drummer on the Grand Ole Opry. We even had an employee working here, Josh Miller, who after he worked here, he went on to play in Joe Diffie's band. So he was on the Grand Ole Opry as well. So the amount of pro musicians in our area here is pretty incredible, and obviously support for music is huge. One of our goals when we first opened was to make a cool music scene that we'd love to be part of. And that's something I can say that we did succeed in. We want people to be compensated for their labors, not just another local band gets exposure for doing their art. You want these bands to be paid for doing what they do. And so we started with Mexican restaurants, bars and grills, lakeshore type of places. And now we've actually got a really groovy paying music scene out here in Ray County. And of course a store that's here to outfit those people who are out there supplementing their income with music. So I remember our first brands were basically whatever you could find in the Command catalog. But slowly, organically, we started bringing on brands from, I think our first brand was Gator Cases, and then things like Behringer, and then things like Mapex, and so on. And then we started getting into more aggressive things like Korg and Roland and so on. So, I mean, now we're obviously a full-line store. We carry pretty much all the best stuff that we feel matches our mission to succeed. There are some brands that don't, and so that's kind of what we do here. And obviously we've continued the online thing. We've steered away from eBay. eBay is not a good marketplace for music retailers. But we continue to learn and explore and evolve to continue to do what we do. But it is definitely a hybrid. We are online, we are local. And we're finding that a lot of customers now are buying local online. So they go on our store, they buy something, and we ship it to them in town, which it's kind of frustrating because naturally there's expense in that and so on. But it's also kind of neat that it shows that we are integrating that online platform to the point where people are just on their phone at work or whatever in town and they buy from us, which is, of course, anyone would appreciate the kind of business that we get.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So how much square footage was the first space you had as compared to this one?
when we first opened, we opened in a really small, it was a insurance office back then. And actually, it's an insurance office now, but it was 800 square feet. And we were very blessed to find, our landlords here are a charity, the Masons Lodge. And they liked the fact that we were teaching people, so that we are helping the community. It's not just a predatory lender or whatever kind of stuff moves into small downtowns. It was a business that actually paid back to the community in a form of a real product, a real sale, and then also something that can help future generations in a constructive manner. So they liked that. And we were there for about 1 year. And then they offered us the larger space here, which is actually an old grocery store from the 1940s and 50s. And it's about 10,000 square feet. And so we moved into this spot in 2004 and continue to do what we do now.
15 years.
16.
16.
Well, but whatever.
15
What's
years,
math,
yeah,
right?
Who does math when you're
math.
a musician?
So,
So anyways, we just wanted to share this story with everybody. Brad's been a good friend of mine for years, and we've dealt with a lot of different brands throughout those times. But this is a great place to come and visit. When you guys come out here, have them take you to Monkey Town.
yeah, Monkey Town's awesome. One thing, and I'm not taking credit for this, okay? But enthusiasm breeds more enthusiasm. So we have a phenomenal restaurant in town called Monkey Town Brewing Company. And the founder of that, actually, when he was a little kid, took guitar lessons from me. And always loved the fact that we had this cool store in this small town. So when it was time for him to grow a business, he said, we need to move to Dayton, Tennessee. And now, again, they're doing very, very well, and I'm so happy about that. We've also had other businesses move into Ray County for similar reasons. They see a burgeoning artist and fun thing going on in a very small and business-friendly town. And so another shout out to Screen Door Cafe is another phenomenal restaurant that does well. And there's a lot of great industry that's moving into Ray County. As I said, I'm not taking credit for this, but I think that there are people that are seeing that Dayton is a great place to do business. Small is the new big. Yep. And this ain't the 1990s where everybody's trying to outbig the super center or the blah, blah, blah. Now everything is getting small. People like free parking. People like an intimate experience in knowing the owner of the store, or knowing the salesperson they're dealing with. And I don't know, they're just getting sick of homogenous corporate culture. So that is tons of growth for opportunity for anyone who's got a dream and a good work ethic.
Yeah, exactly. So hey guys, thanks for your time out there, and make sure you subscribe to HWPcoreTV.com. We'll talk to you later. Thanks, Brad.
See ya.